What's good with the YouTube? Fight fans all over the world. It's your boy, the realest of the real. Yes, sir, I said real talk boxing. It is a privilege and honor and a major blessing to be back with you beautiful people yet again this early morning. Get that frog out of my throat. Listen, I want to talk about Devin Haney versus George Kambosos. 2, the rematch. What is Kambosos going to do different? What is Kambosos going to do different in this fight to reign supreme? Honestly, what I saw in the first fight was Kambosos just shutting down. He allowed Devin Haney to dictate the pace. He allowed Devin Haney to control the distance with the jab. For whatever reason, you know, he wasn't making much of an effort to get on the inside to land his short shots. Because Devin wasn't letting him. You know, Devin was the superior boxer. He just didn't make the necessary adjustments in the first fight. Because I picked Kambosos to win that fight. I gave him a slight edge. Devin Haney came in hungry. And it's crazy to me that the rematch is again in Australia. Maybe that was in the rematch clause, you know. Not only do you get the rematch, but you have to come back to Australia and do it. Maybe they sold bigger over there. I don't know. Somebody let me know. Comment down there, let me know. But Kambosos, he put up a valiant effort, but it's just, to me, he could have, it just seemed like to me he just gave up. It's very frustrating when you're in a ring with somebody who's very slick and savvy and who is 12 steps ahead of you. You just can't do anything. You can't, whatever you try to do, you just can't do it. And I've also heard, I'm not sure, but I heard that Kambosos is thinking of retirement should he lose again to Devin Haney. Now, I don't know about you guys, but when I hear that kind of talk from a young fighter who's, in my opinion, still in their prime, they've lost interest in fighting. They don't want to fight anymore. I mean, you hear fighters say, oh, if I lose to somebody like you, I'll retire. But I just don't know if Kambosos' fire is still there. I mean, I'm hoping it is. I like Kambosos and I like Devin Haney. You know, I slept on him, no. I slept on him when he fought Kambosos. Man, Devin Haney, and watching Devin Haney train, Devin Haney he's a grown man now. Man, the dude is just strong and fast and sharp, and his legs, like this dude's got some pretty big legs for a little kid, man. You know, well, not a little kid, for a young man. He's just so focused and still has that hunger. When you hear him talk, it's like, you know, you can't deny me anymore. I remember watching a video years ago when Devin was very, very young. He was in a dressing room. I believe he was with Mayweather. He was training at Mayweather's gym. And Mayweather Sr., that arrogant old man, he don't want to give nobody their props. He was in the back with Devin and another young fighter. And Devin was looking for some type of indication from Mayweather Sr. that, hey, man, I'm looking good, right? I'm getting better. And Mayweather Sr. just would not give him any credit. And you could tell it was really pissing the younger Devin Haney off. Like, man, you know, you can't impress Mayweather Sr. You just can't do it. He's been there, done that. He knows it all. The dude's just an arrogant old man who ain't going to give you your props. And I can tell Devin was pissed because he wouldn't tell Devin what he wanted to hear. But look at him now. I wonder what Mayweather Sr. got to say now. Undisputed. Top dog. Here's what I think Kambosos should do. He should be the dirtiest, grimiest. Forget trying to box and outthink Devin Haney. Just not going to happen. I'm not saying that there's a fighter out there that can't do that, but I don't think it's Kambosos. You got to be borderline dirty to beat Devin Haney. You got to turn into Roberto Duran, Marcos Maidana. Fighters like that, who give slick boxers fits. You got to get in and fit in. You got to hit him on his freaking forearms, his biceps, his shoulders, his neck, his chest. Everywhere you can get in, you get in on him, man. And you frustrate the slicker boxer and get him out of his game plan. And if you ain't willing to be a dog, I'm talking about a grimy dog, just a gutter dog, in that ring with Devin Haney, he's just going to pick you apart. And the fact that I'm hearing that Kambosos is thinking about retiring if he loses to Devin Haney speaks volumes to me. Now I'm not sure if that's true or not. I read it somewhere. It was somewhere on Boxing News 24. It was Teddy Atlas. I was reading about Teddy Atlas and what he was saying about Kambosos, and somewhere in that, in what I was reading, it said that Kambosos is planning on retiring if he didn't beat. Now, I don't know if he's just talking, but to me, I don't like that. I don't like the sounds of it. But no fighter is unbeatable. Okay? And it sounds like to me that Kambosos is beating himself. You're a professional fighter, man. You're elite in the lightweight division. Know that. Take heed to it and run with it. Now, in this rematch, I'm giving Devin the edge. Devin just looks good. Devin looks good, man. He looks really, really good. But in order for Kambosos to win that fight, he got to take charge. He got to get in there and frustrate the younger man. You got to get in there and be a dog. You got to get in close to land your short shots. It's not impossible. But the way Devin looking right now, I don't see nobody beating him right now, at this moment in time. I mean, we all know nowadays people don't hold the straps long. And the lightweight division is stacked. So anybody can come in and do what they got to do and take them belts. But I'm not sure if Kambosos is the one to be able to do that. I'm giving him credit. I'm giving him a chance. But, bro, you got to be a dog. You got to reevaluate your approach to this young guy, man, because he's slick. He's slick as snot, man. That's just my opinion on that, man. What do y'all think? What do y'all think Kambosos needs to do? All right, let me know. As always, respect all, fear none, God bless. Till the next time, Real Talk Boxing, I'm whipping them out of here, baby. Boom.